right, what's up, everybody, man? We're at Balboa Park, and you know, we just had Inspiring Philosophy here. JP is here. The Dawa team don't want to talk to them, so I'm gonna go ahead and head over there and see if they'll talk to me. You know, I got them to talk last time, but we'll see. I don't know, man. Ever since Sheikh Uthman forgot what the debate was, we probably won't get a conversation out of these guys. But let's try it out. Hey, man. What's up, fellas? Is Mishael teaching now? Okay. Is he? What is he on TikTok or something?
No.
What is he on? I don't want to interrupt him, but I'm actually curious. Is he live?
Yeah.
Is he live on YouTube? So what is he live on YouTube?
No YouTube or TikTok, nothing. No YouTube, nothing like that.
So then what is he?
I think it's just a call. He's talking to someone.
Okay, doing the whole sermon. All right. So is anybody open to talk today, man?
Okay, brother.
Open to talk? Come on, guys.
You take free Quran, brother. We get free Qurans. You take as many as you want.
I got Qurans. I got quite a few. Have you heard of the different qira'at?
I'm well versed in it, alhamdulillah. I'm really well versed in it.
Okay.
Really, alhamdulillah. So I don't want to talk to you about it, but alhamdulillah, I'm really versed, alhamdulillah.
Wait, so why wouldn't you want to talk about because that's one of the biggest misconceptions is like, you know, people are saying that the different qira'at are different Qurans altogether.
Not really, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, no.
That's what
I know
I've seen.
That's what you believe. You can believe that. Alhamdulillah is America. You can believe what you want to believe. Alhamdulillah.
So you would say that they're all the same.
Did y'all upgrade their equipment? I gotta say, bro,
I feel like that's a legitimate question, right? It's nothing.
all of it is the Quran. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
All their qira'ats are the Quran.
Right. That's what I get. Like they're all Quran, or they all trace back to Muhammad. But
it's been discussed about it a couple times.
Yeah. So if
you want to go find an answer, you can go on Islam Q&A.
No, trust me. No, trust me. I've been on there. I've been on Islam Q&A, other kind of Islamic websites that break down certain things. And so when I see like, okay, I go into the sources, I see that there's different Qurans that say different things. You know what I'm saying? And so we usually get this like, oh, there's one Quran that's all the same, right? But I actually have different Arabic Qurans that have different verses or different wording and stuff like that. So I think that that's important for people to know.
We're aware of the editions, but like I said.
Yeah. So like, for example, so you have like, there's what is called the Hafs reading of the Quran. You heard of those things?
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So with these versus Hafs versus Wash or the Duri or Kalun, there would be differing in wording that would actually change the context. Like it's not like something small where it can just be interchanged. Like the word changes what the verse is saying. You get what I'm saying? So, like for example, there's one, if you look at the Hafs and Warsh, the word for miskeen is poor person, right? And masakin is poor people. It's in the plural. So to make up for a fast day in chapter 2, it talks about in order to make up for a fast day, you got to feed a poor person, right? To make up for a fast day. That's in the Hafs. In the Warsh, it says you have to feed poor people, masakin. You know, and so that changes the ruling. If I want to make up for a fast day, do I just feed one poor person a day and I'm good? Or do I have to feed multiple poor people and then I made up for my fast day, you know? So like there's rulings that can be deferred. Tell them later, man. Brother, there's like thousands of people that's gonna see this.
I'm actually versed on it.
You don't care about the people being.
Listen, we don't think that we know where these conversations have gone. You've talked to the biggest chefs. You've talked to Chef Uthman.
I'm fasting. We're not here to debate.
I know we're not debating. We're chilling and we're talking.
You can talk to the better people than me, right? So
we don't feel that the conversation is going to be fruitful because there's already been enough like back and forth. I think it's just best. Like honestly, we're just here to hand out, talk about basic information. If you want to come out on another Sunday, maybe when he's available because he's eating something right now, that's great. But right now we're just gonna keep it as is. We just it's not that we're like afraid to talk. We can talk. We've done it. How many times have there been debates and conversations?
Yeah, that's
always the things that set up. It's great. It's great. It's honestly great for all the viewers and everything. Like
so
that.
You're only here to pass out Qurans. You're not here
We're here to pass out Qurans, to pass out basic information. Like that's what we're here for.
Right.
We're not here to set up and start talking to the Christians over here and be like, oh well, you know.
But if
that's you guys.
Right,
but,
right,
you know,
right.
This is our job. That's our role. We're gonna stick to it. You know, we just don't want to have. If we don't feel like the conversation's gonna be fruitful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine for us to say, hey man, go on your way. If you want to come back for another time and see if the Sheikh wants to. You know, conversation with you guys.
This is why that doesn't sit too well because I understand if we were coming on some weird stuff or like offensive, like aggressive, like energy, I could exactly. So I'm saying I can understand if that was the case, but if we come like because you set up a tent, right? You have Jesus is a Muslim or ask a Muslim anything. And so, like, we come, and we actually happen to be a bit knowledgeable about the religion, so we can have discourse about that, and that will be beneficial to those who can't engage in these conversations like this, right? They want to hear these sides. Let's see this under scrutiny.
And we agree with you wholeheartedly, but just right now, like, not right now. That's what we're saying.
Why?
If you want to talk to Sheikh after he's done,
I'd talk to you or him. Really, you seem cool.
Listen.
You seem like you know some
stuff. You guys came up to
stuff.
us respectfully, but we can also respectfully say, hey man, come through another time. We're always here.
I know, and this is
always here every single Sunday.
And this is the response we're gonna look. If I came next Sunday, bro, he would say the same thing. He'll say, man, we don't want to talk to you guys. It'll be fruitless.
If I say I don't want to talk to you, what are you supposed to do?
Well, if you say if you say you don't want to talk to me, just look, I'm gonna give you an answer. If you say you don't want to talk to me, I see that as a disservice of what you're here to do. You set up a tent to talk to people.
I thought you were supposed to wipe your feet and then say the punishment.
Eventually, yeah. Once I discern that it's fruitless, the interaction. But not just shit. No, I don't want you to be destroyed, bro. I care about your soul, bro. I love you and I want you to be saved, man.
Wipe your feet.
No, I'm supposed to give you the gospel anyway.
We just don't think the conversation's gonna go anywhere, man.
But on whose end?
I want worship. I want worship. Will you worship?
On whose end?
What I worship.
Your Quran doesn't say that.
I don't follow your religion.
Your Quran says that your God and my God are one. Right?
He's saying your religion and my religion. That verse is abrogated by Surah Dawa, by the way.
For you, brother.
Go and fight them so they can convert. Whether they have to pay jizya or so on and so forth.
What's the first verse? What's the first verse? What's the first verse? That first verse. What's the first verse?
Which one?
That verse you said was the very first of the chapter. What's the first chapter? What's the first verse of the chapter?
The first verse doesn't have anything to do with to the people of the book.
We don't talk to you about this, so we supposed to.
Why not?
Have you for day, brother?
You can literally clear up a misconception right now, bro. That doesn't make any sense. Like if anybody comes into a Christian tent, you'll never have them say, "Oh no, we don't want to talk to you," and because you're knowledgeable and stuff like that. Like that is like that. That's off.
That's also being disingenuous because we feel like you're just coming over here to get a nice little clip for you guys.
I do this for education. I don't do this for clips.
I've seen a couple of like your.
You seen my videos, right?
No, I've seen like clips of your videos.
Okay,
so, like,
and it's educational.
You know, all respect to you guys. You guys have your guys' thing. We want to keep on doing our thing here. We just don't want to talk right now. That's it. That's all it is, man. It's being man to man. There's times for it. So
why is now not the time? That's what I'm hearing.
We have thousands of debates, and then one time we say, hey man, not right now. You're like, oh well, this is not.
It's not the one time. That's the point. When we come over here, look. Even the last time I was here, Michelle said, no, we don't want to talk to you. Why? Why don't you guys want to talk to knowledgeable people?
You've been cooked by Sheikh Uthman.
You can say that. Yeah.
No, listen.
If you say I was cooked by Sheikh Uthman, why didn't he step up to debate me when he challenged me to debate?
Listen.
Yeah, look at your face.
No, it's not a face of anything. I'm just trying
Okay.
to come up with the words of how to tell you, like, dude, we don't want to talk.
It's just okay. Be honest
Be
about
respectful.
it. I got look.
You
I
guys
can.
give to us respect,
I hear
and
you.
We want to give you the respect back
But
and say, hey,
I hear you.
not right now. That's it.
But it's not. It's not a not right now.
Have your guys' great day.
It's not a right now.
Beautiful
It's not a
wedding,
not right
San
now.
Diego.
You're not
We're
being
fasting.
honest.
I don't have the most energy right now.
You're not being
I'm sorry,
honest.
but
You're
How
not
am I
being
not
honest.
being honest?
Look, okay, let me tell you how. When you say respectfully, that means that you have an honest intention. You're just denying the conversation. Not right now. But that's not your intention. You don't want. I bet you, if one of these random people came up to talk to you guys and ask you about Islam, you guys will stand up with an instant and talk about Islam and answer their questions. But because you know that I know Islam and he knows Islam, you won't talk to us.
That's not the case.
So then be honest about it at least.
I think 2 weeks ago we had people who believed. I think they're Yahwehs is what they call them, and I might be butchering that. So they're essentially like, I don't want to say Israelites, but they believe in that Yeshua and everything like that. And we had a conversation with them for about 2 hours. Sheikh spoke to them. He spoke to them. Actually, no, he wasn't there. So I was also speaking to them. They had like the horns that the color. They had those carrying them on them. So it's a very like fruitful conversation. They're very respectful. But it eventually came to a point where we were like, hey man, we're good. Like this is gonna take too long. So it's just like,
You didn't even give us that chance.
but we didn't know who they were.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But they were also very knowledgeable on Islam. So it's not a case.
But you didn't know that. If you knew they were knowledgeable, you would not have talked to them in the first place.
We love speaking to Christians who know their stuff.
Okay.
Because it's just,
It's better, right? It's better, yeah.
And so it's the same way when you guys talk to us, you guys want us to know a little bit about the gospel.
Yes.
Why wouldn't we know about the gospel? You know, like we also believe in parts of the gospel as well. It's just, it's just a matter of respect. Like we don't want to
Come
talk
on.
right now.
See,
That's it.
that's not what it. You're not being real. See, you almost had me. I was right. I was
But you
right
won't
there
make me
with
feel-
you.
You won't make me feel bad.
It's
you
all
won't be
good.
able to pull my heartstrings to say, oh well, they're gonna run away.
No. You
because
got your mind made up. You
my
said what
mind
you
made
said.
up.
That's
We're
fine.
just trying to be nice.
I
And you're right.
just
If
want to
people come
let
over
it be
and ask
known.
questions, we'll try to answer it. But
Exactly.
But if they're trying to debate like this, we don't like to go on for hours. And
I get you. But all I'm saying.
You guys have a little bit more extra level of notoriety. You guys,
All I'm saying, brother, all I'm saying is that with how you're open and like you know this, if someone were to come up here and they were to come up here and they were to come up here and ask you questions about Islam or even Christianity, you would indulge, right? Me, even though you know who I am, if I ask questions about Islam because I don't believe in it and I have criticisms, you are not going to engage me because you know that I know about Islam. You know that about me already. You know that I have a platform. You're not going to talk to me. Be honest about that.
If you know about Islam, it's one thing.
Yes.
Muslims, we always have conversations with Christians about everything. Christians,
Not
you guys always have
knowledgeable
conversations
ones.
about it. But there are knowledgeable people who speak to each other about the religions with each other. Right?
What about here on this platform?
Because
It's one message.
We feel that it's not, like I said, it's not a fruitful conversation. It's
Why
like
not?
It's like talking to a brick wall.
You have no idea. You never spoke to
We
me.
know who you are, man.
Yeah,
We don't know
and
who you guys are. You guys are seem pretty
he
cool
doesn't
guys.
know me.
Seem
So
like
do
pretty
you
cool
know
guys.
me?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
then let's have a discussion.
Would you talk to him?
Would you talk to me?
Because you're associated to him. You are who you're friends with. And by the way, it's not going to make me feel bad. You just don't want to talk, man.
Yeah, I know.
One at a time.
I know.
One at a time. You know when we're posted up.
What's your name, bro?
Alex.
Alex. Avery.
Nice to meet you.
Avery. I'll let you go, man. I just what's up, Wyatt?
Silver. You call me Silver. Why my real name?
What's your name?
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Wyatt. Nice to meet you. Wyatt.
So, but to be clear, if somebody came up, you didn't know,
Let me get the camera.
would you?
JP.
Would you talk to somebody if they said, "Hey, man, I disagree with Islam, and here's why"? If you didn't know them and they just came up to the table, would you talk to them?
Because I don't know them. Probably, yeah. But you guys are here.
That's an honest answer.
But you guys.
That's an honest
but dude,
answer.
you call yourself GodLogic. You guys have.
My name's Avery, man.
What?
My name's Avery.
I know. You just. Yeah. So. You guys have an intention. You guys are being very deliberate. It's great. It's just today's not that day. If you come over here again. Maybe
So if I come here next week, will you be here?
I might be, yeah. If my schedule is open up.
Are you open to talking?
Dude, we're always here on Sundays.
I'm talking about you specifically. Are you open to talking?
Because like I said, it's a brick wall.
You don't know that.
But if you want to talk to someone, like I'm not even that knowledgeable about like Islam and Christianity.
It's not about that.
Right?
It's about sharing. It's about sharing beliefs and ideas.
So like that's what I'm saying. I think it's more fruitful. I think it's more fruitful.
What about the audience?
It's more fruitful for the audience to have a more organized conversation with someone who's more knowledgeable than I am.
Wow. So then you guys shouldn't be here.
No,
Y'all should not be here.
I'm not here as a leader.
You don't have to be here as a leader. If you're not knowledgeable enough to talk about Islam, you
should.
should.
To learn, and just to chill out, and just sit down with my brothers.
Then how are you learning if you're not
The
engaging?
chef and our brother Musa over here, they're having a conversation right now. He's also he's pretty knowledgeable too.
The chef
But it's just like
was free earlier. We
Yeah.
just had this thing right now before we came.
I'm just saying, for a lot of the conversations that I've had, they've been very productive. I'm a respectful guy. I don't cuss at you guys or nothing like that.
We wouldn't do that.
I trust that you wouldn't do that. We have good conversations, and I think that because we have a large audience, it helps so many people have these conversations, and so it is a disservice to not engage when you guys put up a tent like this and somebody knowledgeable comes around. So, but okay, all right. So
You're knowledgeable enough to hold this booth.
I'm not the one holding the booth. I'm not the holder. I come in here, I help with the side things, I hand out extra things. I also speak Spanish, so like if someone needs to kind of like ask like basic questions about Islam, I say it in Spanish, and I have one of the brothers with me. It's kind of how it is. I'm here just. I'm here. I'm in the background. I'm a background guy.
I know. I mean, but why would you want to engage with people? Why are you gonna do that if you're not gonna?
I wasn't gonna originally engage at all. I was gonna sit here on the side, but
I'm just saying that I'm gonna have a discussion with people that doesn't know a lot about whether Islam or even Christianity. But you wouldn't want to have a discussion with
But like I
people
said,
that knows
you
about
asked
Islam.
why am I holding the booth? I'm not the holder. I'm here. I set up the booth. I help them move up things. I sit in the back. I enjoy the weather. I sit with the brothers and I listen.
if somebody
I don't want to talk right now.
if somebody asked you why you personally believe Islam is true, you would give them reasons for that, right? And you would hope that even those reasons would convince them or even open their mind to something new, right? That they probably haven't accepted or thought about before. And vice versa with Christianity and the Christian conversation. Or even that belief that you give could be under scrutiny, and you can show that person that even under scrutiny, these stand, right? Because it's the truth. So
That's the point of a debate.
that's the point of the debate, the discussion, the
Don't wanna have right
engagements. Yeah.
Which is perfectly okay.
Yeah, that's
By the
perfectly
way,
fine. Y'all should stop doing this, bro.
No, we're gonna keep on being here.
I have a question. You guys are given an English Quran. Do you consider that to be a real Quran? Because the Quran was revealed in Arabic. So do you consider that to be a real Quran that you've given to people?
What would you guys consider English Bibles to be real Bibles?
I mean, but that's a different story because
a
the
different
Bible never
religion.
said that it was revealed in this language.
It's
And then these words are considered to be an uncreated and
It's a
eternal words
Quran,
of Allah.
but when on the front, obviously,
So is that the real Quran?
What is it going to say? Translation.
No, I know, it says but this is a
And
real
it
Quran.
says the author, it says the publications inside, so that you can find who
No.
wrote it, how did they write it,
I
how
get
did they
it.
come with the translation? Because it's a Semitic language.
Right,
Arabic
right.
is a Semitic language.
No, I get it, but do you
It's
but do
like
you
the
consider
Bible,
this to be a
comes from
real
Aramaic,
Quran?
Greek, and what was that?
Do you consider it to be a real Quran?
What do you mean a real Quran?
Like an
what's your
actual
intention
Quran?
with it? Because I'm not going to play
No,
the game.
it's not. I'm just asking a question. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
So when you give them this Quran and you believe that the Quran was revealed in Arabic and these words are considered to be uncreated and eternal, then what's the point of you giving these
Okay,
English
so I'm going
Quran?
to give all you guys a Bible in
Because
Greek.
the actual Quran is actually in Arabic and it should be read in Arabic.
This is also a Quran. Está en español.
So it seems like you have a different view, but like usually Muslims will tell us that that only the Quran, the actual Quran is in Arabic, and the English Qurans that are passed out are not actual
That's just
Qurans.
I think that's just, honestly, maybe more of like a lack of explanation. It's more
No,
like
it's
a
not.
lack of explanation. He's like that the real Quran is only in Arabic.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's just, but
So the English Qurans are not like the English translations. Yeah.
Oh, this is tafsir, brother. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is tafsir.
So they're not like, as he would say, these
it's
are
like
not real
explanation
Qurans.
for people. It's a
So
translation.
this is not the real
We're
Quran.
handing
So
out
why
free
are you
Qurans
giving
and
a fake Quran for?
How is that a fake Quran?
It is, brother.
But
because,
so then, what the Bibles that are in English, are you
but
guys
the
handing them
Bible
out
is
that are
different
fake?
because the Bible doesn't mention that the Bible needs to be revealed in these particular languages. Just like how the Quran makes a claim, because the Quran is making a claim that it's revealed in Arabic and it needs to be read in Arabic for clear guidance. And it says that it's considered to be not created eternal.
Twist of words.
I'm not.
It's just a
oh my
different
twisting
language.
words.
You want to make it easier to understand for other people, so you go from the Arabic, the original, the full meaning. Do you speak Arabic?
I do.
So you know that Arabic.
Of course I know.
Yeah. So you know Arabic is a lot more deeper meaning than like English. English is a Germanic language. It's
Okay,
a very
but you
blunt
can
language.
still-
So in Espanol, we also have like a certain translation. It's not going to be the same perfect meaning, just the way that Jesus, peace be upon him, he spoke Aramaic, right?
Sure, he
He's
did.
not.
Well, I mean, how do you know that he spoke Aramaic?
That's what scholars have said. You know?
Which scholars? And where did they get their information, scholars?
Allah says,
I mean, he made a good claim. I mean, he made
Once
he
again,
made a good claim. He
Wait,
said
wait,
the
hold
scholar
on.
said it.
guys.
So you were engaging in a good dialogue.
No, but you know what happened? He started to pull that out again. You guys want
He's been recording this whole time.
Come on, man.
He's been recording this whole time, bro.
This has nothing to do with it, bro.
Allah says,
Alex, you're too good for this, bro.
He is. He's too good for this. He's not supposed to be here.
You're too good for this, Alex.
When they hand out the Qurans, which one are they going to do?
You're too good for this, Alex.
He's
Honestly. Because you're look at you.
No, he's right.
But you're ready to have a conversation. You're ready to
I'm not. I
indulge.
don't want to have a conversation with you.
Yes, you do though.
I don't.
You can't help it.
As soon as you guys were over here, I was like,
You were like, I'm ready to have a conversation.
no, it's a brick wall. So you guys have a great
You
day.
think that it's a brick wall,
Listen,
bro.
listen, Silver.
Why?
Y'all have a great day. Maybe you.
Okay,
you guys
I
have a good
guess,
day.
I mean, all right. No problem, brother. It's nice meeting you, okay?
It's nice meeting you as well.
What happened over there?
Oh, you know they wouldn't talk. Running as usual. You know the usual.
Well, they're running at a lower volume, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah, it is. They're dwindling.
Because when you think you've got something on the fight, you're going to be a little bit louder and prouder.
Yeah.
But when you see them back around,
Yeah.
you go, it feels like the game's a little bit more in the beat.
Oh
column.
yeah.
We're
Oh yeah.
down 20 points
They're
with 2 minutes left in the game.
dwindling like crazy, man. So you guys see how it is, man. They set up a tent, set up a big tent. It literally says, ask a Muslim anything. That's what it says. Christians come up, you talking about Jesus, you talking about Moses, you're talking about our biblical figures, and you don't want to talk. You accuse it of, oh, well, it's like talking to a brick wall, but then admitted that you will talk to someone that you don't know. You know who we are. You're going to talk to somebody that you don't know. We don't know if they have knowledge or not. So there it is. They do not want to talk to people of knowledge. If they know you have knowledge, they won't talk to you. Wow. It's a cult, man.
It's God.